Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Today I'm gonna show you a little streaming about mining. So there's a couple of things which are not so obvious, and if you start new in the game, you might want to know the easy steps actually. So let's first get a ship, which in this case is the Prospector. It's from MISC, M-I-S-C, and it's quite handy. It's not a difficult ship. You might want to set it up for your needs. Might show you quickly what I mean by that. Okay, so here are the Prospector, which will pop up pretty fast, and well, you don't see much. I changed the engine and the mining head. So for the engine I took a VK00, which is size 1 grade 1, or military, and it's much faster than the stock one. I don't even have the stock one any longer. I don't know why. Then for the head I took the Lancet MH1, and you got a focus module which gives you a better or more green on your screen when you mine the rocks. So we're gonna take this one, and we're gonna mine right outside the station. So we can go to any station, on Crusader, on all the other ones. I don't want to claim, and I'm just gonna retrieve that one. So I'm actually at CRUL1, which is quite a hot spot, I have to say, if you mine outside. So usually I don't do that, but for the video I'll quickly show you, and let's hope and pray I don't get shot. Because if you lose those bags, that's another thing. You have to, and you saved your ship by any mistake or somehow, then you have to do a mole salvage mission in order to get those bags back. But if you want, I can show a video on how to do that. It's not complicated once you know it. Then of course you have to go to the mole mission, take the bags, and once you took the bags from the mole, you have to put them right onto your Prospector. So yeah, you should do the mission with the Prospector. But anyway, here on this one I have done it, because fortunately I have a couple of moles in my inventory. So I took them all out, unlocked the bags, and put them back onto the Prospector, and it worked. But now instead of having 32 unit possibility or storage, I have 48, because the bags are a little bit bigger than the original ones for the Prospector. So I would recommend to do that. So in order to get more profit, if you know what I mean. Then another point, once you're in the station, not every time you have the thrusters like this. So very often you will see them on straight position, but then you lose the balance in the hangar and you might crash in there. You cannot lift off again anymore or any longer. So this is the best position though. And then once you're outside, of course you have to retract the landing gear, and you have to put back the thrusters in the right position though. Just for information. So we are in the middle of an asteroid field, so it shouldn't be a big problem finding a couple of rocks here. That's exactly what we are going to do. We might have one. Well, no. Those are the turrets. So no worries here. And now we got a couple of more spots. And we got 3 rocks, hopefully. When you scan, of course, scan is the V button. So you can do it with the with this screen on, like press V and then it should pop up. If you don't have it and you press V, it should give you the same result. But you don't have the little marker in the middle. Okay, so this is debris from a plane or something. That's for salvage stuff. If you see those little triangles, it's not good for mining. But I think there will be enough rocks here around. But there we have another rock. And of course don't forget to set your speed back, because you might not be able to brake. So we could mine, we could scan the rock with a scanner, which in my opinion is not, well, the fastest way or the handiest way. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Now let's try it like this. Okay, it doesn't work. But if I take out the mining head, it's another scanway, and you see I can just pick it up. That's probably the reason why I didn't scan in the first place. But we don't want to mine titanium. It doesn't bring you a lot. So let's search for another one. Are those the... I think so. Yeah. That's the one we've done already. And of course you need to look out for other stones. I got one on the mark there, like the little star thing. And we're gonna check what is in there. You also have an official mining chart, which you can find on the wiki, on the Star Citizen wiki, which is quite up to date, and you need to look for version 3.21, of course. Oh, where's the rock? So the best would of course be Quantanium, but in this update it's quite difficult, for me at least, to find some Quantanium, which is a shame because it's a lot of money and you could do a lot of money. And again, here you see it says impossible because it has about 18 tons, the rock. So, and the Prospector can mine, I would say, around 7 tons, something like that. So we can't forget this one. Go straight to the other one, but I'm always looking for groups of rocks, because that's what we want. Okay, doesn't want to. Not much actually. Okay, let's go to that one. Any rock will do actually. So this one has around 8 tons. Okay, it says difficult, but not really. Once you get the hand of it. Then you start mining. And let's see what it gives us. You can go to the optimal charge volume, of course, but it's gonna go much faster, so be careful. If you go into the red and the red is maxed out, you might be in trouble because it's gonna explode, damage your ship. It might even kick off your mining head or your little bags on the side. That's how I lost mine, actually, by an explosion. And I didn't know how to put them back on. I had no multi-tool with the beam. And sometimes you have a little lag issue as well. But now we see I went into the red, so I just stop, go back to the thing, and I'm backing up because if it explodes, you know the risks. Then of course you should check all the stones. Okay. And you should take the ones with the most percentage, actually. So if you see a stone with some ore which you're interested in and it has only 20%, I would suggest to switch to another stone. Here we have 100% ore. Okay, it's iron, it's not worth that much, but it's enough for the video. So and that's how you mine, and you can pass hours mining like that. With a lot of success, you might pass hours without any luck. So everything's possible in this game. I'm actually playing, well, not really playing the game since 2013, but I'm on it since I knew that Chris Roberts had a project, and I'm kind of a believer, like in other stuff, like in Bitcoin. I was a believer too, because there's not many such people which give you a plan and they're going till the end with a plan. And okay, many people might say it was an ambitious planning they had. Of course, it's true, but Chris Roberts decided this with the amount of money he got. So if you had around a million, then a certain point was reached, and then he brought, okay, we're gonna have a couple of ships, then we might have a mission or two, and so on and so on, and finally it went so industrial that okay, you see what he has done. Actually, here you can do a lot of stuff. You can mine, you can bounty hunt, you can salvage, you can just run around naked if you don't have anything. But of course you can count on the community to help or assist you. Oh, we got a couple of stones here. So that's actually the kind of thing you would like to want with a miner. If it's a prospector or a mole, doesn't really matter, because you see a group of rocks, and that's always interesting. You don't have to run around. If it's a good group, like gold, okay, it's again those salvage things. You see the little wings or whatever. Somebody got shot. It might not be the best spot here, actually. Okay, this is grouped, I don't know why. But I think it's in rework anyway, yeah? The mining thing, because they're gonna bring out the Arastra from RSI, which I also got, which is a little bit bigger. And I noticed that there's a lot of big stones, like 20 tons, 30 tons, 60 tons, 70 tons. And it's definitely not for the mole or for the prospector. We're kind of, oh, much too small. Oh, I don't find the rocks any longer. There they are. And here you can also decrease the speed. So with the mouse, middle mouse button. But it can be quite handy sometimes. Okay, first rock, what is it? 4 tons, it's feasible. That's agresium. What do we have here? Here we have gold, but it's like 46 tons. I cannot mine it with a little prospector, unfortunately. That's 28 tons. Also not feasible, but we have 2 little stones here.
Fracturing mode on.
If I remember well, agresium is kind of easier. But you see the optimal window is pretty small. But you can change that by adapting your mining head or gear. Then once you found the sweet spot, just go until the green is fully it's full, and then you have your mined rocks.
Extraction mode on.
Then of course you can change views as well, so you see what you're doing. So I never saw a game like this, that amazing, that you can simply look from outside what's happening. But it's quite a thing though. Quite an amazing game. So I'm just gonna pick up all the rocks. It was just to show the mining thing. And you can see I'm full already. So I'm at 48. You can see that on the lower right of the screen. Cargo full, 48 from 48. That's because of the mole bags, the Argo mole bags. And once it's done, you just go back to the station, which is right up there. Can give a little boost, cause it's a couple of kilometers. It's like 40 kilometers. Well, we could do a jump over there. And it was worth it. But then readapt the speed, because you might crash into the station though, huh? And we want to avoid that. It's about making money and not losing money. You cannot see the engine because it's just an engine component which is somewhere inside. And you can do that for a lot of ships actually. Like the mole, for the mole you take the XL one. take the same engine for the C2, the Hercules. I also got it to transport all the raw material, all the refined material. And for me the best spot is Lawville on Hurston.
Hello.
And now we can land again. Refine the stuff, of course. We almost get the double of the amount actually.
Landing gear down.
I'm going too fast. Would be a pity to crash with all the cargo. And if you have it difficult with the first view, then of course you can switch to the other view. And here you have more room in order to check your sides, the up, the down. I'm sure you know what I mean. Then you land. If you had a little bit of damage or something like that, you can of course repair it here on the spot. So you go to F1, then you put the little tool there, and it shows you repair and the fuel, of course. Huh? So you're ready for the next trip then? You don't have to, you might forget it if you don't do it immediately. So that's why I'm doing it. Well, it's an automatism, I have to say. Just optimization of everything. Then you go back out. Luckily it closes automatically. And then you have to go to the refinery. If you mine Quantanium, you have a decount for 15 minutes. So you have 15 minutes until the ship explodes because it's not a stable cargo. So beware. Then of course you need to store the ship.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
And we will do that properly. Okay, once it's stored, I run to the refinery, refine all the stuff I just mined. And a little detail, so for the mining heads, some you might find here, some you might find on other stations. So everything is not on every station. Look at those lazy workers there, know what they're doing. Then you have two options. So the first option would be to send it to sell it directly. You can do it through here, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna refine it, so we get a double amount of stuff we just mined. So you go in there, the screen, take the prospector. You have to select the thing you just mined. I personally prefer this one. It's a little bit more expensive, but it gets faster. So it's here, it's 12 hours. Okay, now you see all my work orders which I've done until now. Okay, the yield is different on almost everyone. And then of course you need a storage ship in order to transport this one to any other station. You might rent one, you might have your own, and I have the C2, which is huge, so I could put those orders in there. But this was just to show the mining thing, so it's working. In 12 hours it's finished, then I can collect it and go and sell it. Usually I wait until my whole thing is through here, might do a couple of more to full a little bit the C2, because here there's definitely not enough for the mining. And now for the mining heads, just underneath you have a station, and you see there's big heads. That's tier 2, so that's for the mole, for example. It's the impact. Here you must have the helix 2, yeah. And here we have the helix 1. So you might use the helix 1, but for me I think it's more difficult to mine, and the green window is much smaller than with the one I have right now, the Lancet. You can also buy some other stuff, so those are the little attachments you can put on your mining head if it allows it. Some have 0, some have 1, some have 2, and the helix has 3 spots where you can attach those little modules actually, yeah. You might find a oxy pen, and here you have a med pen. Here's a couple of flares, so usually you take the flare, buy it, and you can put it on your character. So I got the flare, I put it on spot 1, and you can see it normally. Okay. And if I activate it, I have a little light. You see a little light? So that's it for the mining video. So if you liked it, just, well, let me know. And if you would like me to do another video, just tell me, and I'll probably do a couple of others. One with the mole, one with the Hercules, just to transport all the stuff I got there. And, well, that's it for me, and cheers guys. See you later.